Welcome back everyone. So now we are going to use regression model in a view setup. In previous video we have done this work on Excel sheet where we have calculated some descriptive statistics, correlation, covariance and so on. Before we start working on a views, let me clarify one thing that in our previous video Sir Rehan Lakhani has taught you that how to import panel data in views. If you want to watch that video, please see the link in description and learn that how to punch panel data in views. Now we are going to work on views version 10 and going to develop multiple regression model as we have developed in Excel sheet. So the data has been punched in a view setup by same method as Sir Rehan has taught you in previous video. And now what we are going to do, we are going to test all of the 6 assumption as we have seen in our this document, that the model should not be having multicollinearity, the model should not have any type of autocorrelation, the model should not be having heteroscedasticity, there should not be an error of specification, parameters should be significant efficient, that means we will be using the best linear unbiased estimator as below. Parameters should be sufficient, that means goodness of fit should be better there. Adjusted R square, that means the coefficient of determination should be well. This means that how entire or collectively independent variable are explaining the dependent variable. Again, that how independent variable are explaining the dependent variable. And we will also looking at the type 1 and type 2 error, that none of the variable which is being predicted as true but that is actually false, and that is similarly here that is being predicted as false but actually true. So that should not be over there in the regression model, as this is the term of point number 4 is no error of specification, and this is one of the blunder which usually many researchers make. Fine, if you want to contact from to us, me here as Jahaze Balvi and Muhammad Rehan Lakhani as Rehan Muhammad 2626 at gmail.com. So you can contact by these email addresses. Now we are going to move towards eViews. This is the view setup. Let me clarify, we do not need to take the test the unit root because it depends on us. If the data is panel, so we need not to test unit root in the data. If you want to test, you can use Levin-Lin show test. You can use unit root test as Levin-Lin show. That test can be used by let me check. Let me teach you that how can we check the Levin-Lin show test in views. For example, if I open that to acid ratio, I go to select and select entire column. Okay, after selecting this column, I will go to the view. I will ask unit root test. In the unit root test, there are some tests, the test type such as the common root Levin-Lin shoe, Fisher ADF, augmented decontroller and Philip parent test. So we only can test the test here as Levin-Lin shoe. I check yes and then say okay. So we can check this by means of this probability value. That means if it is greater than 0.05, so it means it has unit root problem. We need to set it on first difference. So I will go again unit root and set on the first difference, and I just check okay. It's giving some error because that the data is on panel basis. Okay, we don't need to check the unit root. Fine, go ahead. As similar we have done before, what we have done here in this data, we test this 4 independent variable on column G as net profit margin. So same again we are going to work on views as keeping this 4 independent variable on this one dependent variable. Means we are going to regress debt to equity, debt to asset, dividend per share, dividend payout ratio, and dividend per share. We are going to regress these 4 independent variable on net profit margin. Before that, we are going to check something else, as we have test and find out some results, such as what we are going to do. Firstly, in views, we are going to find out the correlation. Okay, why we are going to find out the correlation in views? Because the first assumption which we have seen here, that the model should not be having any sort of multicollinearity. That means what? That means multicollinearity define the relationship between independent variable, and the benchmark is 0.8. If it is greater than 0.8, so we consider that the both variable or both or many variables which are having value more than 0.8 having multicollinearity impact. Multicollinearity impact. That means the model is not fit. We cannot use the model if it is having the multicollinearity impact. So how can we remove multicollinearity? This video we will make later, that how to remove multicollinearity by means of PCA, principal component analysis. We can use many commands, but we will going to make some more videos on this, that how to remove multicollinearity and autocorrelation in the model. This is judged by the Durbin-Watson value. So we will going to work later on it. Before this, what we are going to do, we are going to test this preconditional some tests which are required in any research. So by means of testing correlation, means in the first in this document, if you look at coefficient of correlation, if we test coefficient of correlation in views, we can find out the multicollinearity between independent variable to independent variable. For example, if the value of two variables, means for example C, DA and DE having highest multicollinearity, the value lies more than 0.8, so we consider it that both variables are explaining the same thing. So we have two options. Either we have make some indexes for both of them by using PCA, or we should delete any one of them, because both are explaining the same thing. So we don't need to have both variable in one equation. We can take one of them as the parameter. Fine. So now we are going to test what? The correlation of independent variable, as we have tested in this Excel sheet, the correlation of DE, DA, DPR and DPS. So DE, DA, DPR and DPS correlation we are going to check out from eViews. Now DE, DA, DPR and DPS I am going to select. After selecting, I just press enter. So data is being visualized here. So data is being shown here. Now I am going to go on option on quick. In quick I will go to the group statistics. In group statistics I will ask the correlation matrix. It will ask me the correlation of between these variable. I would say yes. So it will generate the correlation matrix. Now this correlation matrix and that one correlation matrix should be similar, because both work in the same direction. Okay, I will select this, I will copy this, I will say okay. Now I am going to paste the result here. This result has been generated by Excel inbuilt command by statistical tool pack, and this is by views version 10. Now I'm just going to test the whether if values are same or not. So more how the values are same, not more how, 110% values should be same. Okay, sorry, I'm going to test this. This should be true. If not true, should be near to 0. Okay, these are near to 0, minor difference in decimal numbers. Look, these all are 0. If I convert this into the number, these all are 0. So that means both are working well, whether if I check in the views or in the Excel sheet, and none of them having the multi-correlate impact because the values of correlation is not more than 0.8. So what we are going to do, we are going to proceed the test. We are going to use multiple regression model in this. Further, the science shows you the negative correlation and the positive correlation, such as 0.56 showing the positive correlation and DPR showing the negative correlation. The science defines the negative correlation and the positive correlation. Now what we are going to test, we are going to name it. I press the name, it will ask me the group. I will say yes, okay, group 1. Now as per this document, I am going to test what? Covariance. We don't need covariance because in the research work we don't have any work of the covariance. In the next video for the portfolio management, we are going to use it how covariance work. Now yes, we need the descriptive statistics or univariate analysis. We want the table as in Excel, such as this one. We want this grid in the views. Okay, I am going to select what. I will close it. Now let me see. NMP, ROE, ROC, NMP, ROE, ROCE and APS. NMP, ROE, ROCE and APS. I will press again enter. I will name it as group 2. What now I'm going to do, I will go to the view. I will ask descriptive statistics. I will ask it common sample. So it will give me the common sample here, such like this, and this should be exactly the same. Should be exactly the same as this one. So I'm going to copy. Okay, I will paste here. So now just see mean. Okay, let me make it more smaller so that can be understandable. Yes, just check few of them because we don't have the time. The mean is 0.94, 0.94, maximum here in the ranges. Fine. Then I'm going to check standard deviation for this. Both are same. I think overall the equation, the calculated number are same. If views and Excel are calculating the same thing, but the thing is that we cannot test the 6 assumption in the Excel. That's why we are using a view setup. Now I have named it as group 2. I will close it. Now what I am going to do here, normal distribution we are going to test in the last by using the Jagdbera. No, also we can check by the Jagdbera, but the descriptive statistics here in this Excel sheet as group 2 has shown the distribution. The population structure has been detected by the descriptive statistics. We can also check it by means of last in histogram of Jagdbera, but we are not going to do that because we don't have much time, and now we are to go work on perhaps on the regression model. We are going to test histogram in the last. Now we are going to use regression model. So let me clarify, we have two ways to make regression model in views. One shortcut, and the two right equation. Now what we are going to do, we are going to write the equation. We are going to write the equation. So how we are going to write the equation? I will go to the quick. I will estimate equation. So what is our dependent variable? We have the dependent variable as npm. And what are the dependent variable? DE, DA, DPS and EPS. So one of the prerequisite in this panel data, if we have the panel data, so we have to test the fixed effect and the random effect. This I'm going to tell you later. Before that, from this window, specification and panel option, we are going to select here. I'm going to random the cross sections. One of the things you can use random as random to test random effect are good for appropriate for the model, or the model is appropriate on the fixed effect. The model specification, the model appropriateness is tested by fixed effect or random effect test as named Hausman test. Again, I will go to specification. Everything is fine here. Data start from 2011 2017. Okay. Ordinary least square, we are going to use multiple regression model. I check okay. Now it's giving me the things. Here we go, the results. So it is saying the results that DA, DE and DA has negative impact with net profit margin, but DA, debt to asset ratio, has significant impact, negative impact with the net profit margin, and debt to equity has no impact, but the relationship is negative because of the sign. And DPS and EPS have positive relationship with and net profit margin, but it is insignificant. So only one variable is being accepted here, which is debt to asset ratio, which is having negative relationship. That means as much this ratio will increase, as much net profit margin will decrease. So it is with the logics that how if the debt to asset ratio increase, automatically it impact the net profit margin that will decrease. Okay, now R square is quite supporting. It is 0.47%. That means, or adjusted R square 0.44. So that means collectively independent variables are explaining around 44.11% to dependent variable. So we have just the independent variable collectively explaining the dependent variable by 44.1%. So one of the condition has been also proven well. The condition that parameter should be sufficient. Goodness of fit R square. So now we are going to see the goodness of fit. The value of goodness of fit is shown here by F statistics 14.61. That means the value should be greater than 7, and the F statistics p value should be lesser than 0.05, and it is lesser than 0.05. That means the model is fit and you can be used for prediction. Further, we have completed this one. We have completed heteroscedasticity by means of using Hausman test, which I'm going to tell you what. And now autocorrelation. So autocorrelation is measured by the Durbin-Watson DW test. If DW near to 0 means negative autocorrelation. If DW near to 2 means no autocorrelation. and if dw near to 4 means positive autocorrelation, and the value is, the dw value is 1.83, that means near to 2, which means there is no autocorrelation. If model is having autocorrelation in weighted statistics, so that means we cannot use the model. It is also witnessing the model is fit. Now we have completed autocorrelation. Now the time for heteroscedasticity is one of the tests. So for that, what we have used here, we are going to use fixed effect and random effect model. Hausman test. The null hypothesis says, null says that random is appropriate, and alt hypothesis says fixed model is appropriate. Random model, fixed model is appropriate. So if the p-value is less than 0.05 means fixed effect model, and if p-value is more than 0.05 witnessing random effect model. Now how we are going to test the fixed effect and the random effect? We are going to test by means of going view. We are going to select the fixed and random effect model. We are going to use correlated random effect model as Hausman test. We check here OK. Now it's showing us that the value is less than 0.05. The value is less than 0.05, meaning that fixed effect model is fit for the prediction, not the random effect. So this is the model, entire model, which has been generated. Now we can use, if you go to the estimation, we can use the fixed effect, and the model is this. So this is the model for the fixed effect, and we can use this. Now it's showing that there is no autocorrelation, model is fit, and you can see it's not against the logic, just one variable is being accepted, and EPS is also being accepted here. Debt to asset ratio has the negative relationship with the net profit margin. EPS has the positive relationship with the net profit margin. And now R square also has also been increased. In average statistics, we can say that p-value is less than 0.05. Durbin-Watson is saying that there is no autocorrelation because it is near to 2. So everything is fine with the fixed effect model in this financial modeling. All of the assumption has been tested. We use the best model, best linear unbiased estimator, means we have used here as fixed effect model, which is the best technique which we have used to predict the model. There is no error of specification because everything is with the logics. With the logics. I hope so you learned that how to construct the model in Excel and eViews, and what are the prerequisites for the Excel and the eViews. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Please subscribe our channel, like it, share it, and don't forget to punch the button of bell. Thank you.